Here at the Renaissance Hotel, the 2026 class of the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame, and the legendary Texas native, Lovie Smith, man. How are you doing? We appreciate you coming on and joining us and just joining the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Big honor. Exciting weekend for me and my family. You know, as you mentioned, being a Texas boy growing up, playing high school football here in the state.
Tell them where you're from. Tell them where you're from.
That's
people know
easy.
where
you
you're
don't want to
from.
get me started to talk about
Tell them
Big
where you're
Sandy.
from.
Come
I'm
on
from
with
Big
it.
Sandy, Texas, a little small town about 100 miles east of Dallas. 34 in my graduating class.
34.
So when I
Wow.
say small, I'm talking small.
I see, before we get into the conversation, man, I see you got the beer gang going good, man.
Yes, you know, as you age, you got to just let it happen naturally. And, we went with it a long time ago. My wife for 46 years loved it, so I kept it.
I mean, look like you still play. You're in great shape, man. What are you doing?
I'm trying to live. You know, it's about exercise, watching what you put in your body. You know, you told the players that back when you were in that game, and you have to keep that going now.
Wow.
Tell the people, what are you doing now?
Well, what I'm doing now, about 3 years ago after the Houston Texans, I call it a career.
Okay.
My wife, Marianne, and I have 12 grandchildren. So
Wow.
I'm kind of living that life. I'm a fan. I get a chance to cheer on my favorite teams and go around and cheer on my favorite players. There's so many guys we've added to our sports family, so that's what we're doing now.
Who your favorite team?
I'm in here in Texas, so I have to talk about the Cowboys.
Thank you.
But growing up, the Cowboys were my favorite team.
Why is that? Why is that?
Everybody in this area, you know what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
Roger Staubach, Bob Hayes. I grew up idolizing them. And the times where we won, of course, the times where we lost, I felt that. One of the reasons why I wanted to get into sports, when you grow up around football and see players like that and teams like that.
Two of the most important days of your life is the day you were born and the day you realize your purpose. So you've been developing, man. That's especially what coaches do. How's that like for you, you know, being able to help elevate people in this world?
It's been great. I had great teachers growing up, and that's what a coach is. He's a teacher, and I was given so much from so many men.
Right.
So it's natural that you're going to, you know, people that have such a great influence on you, you want to, you know, be like them. Great high school coaches, so I wanted to do that.
Right.
And I was able to do that. I met so many great people. I learned so much from so many great athletes, from the Darren Woodsons that I got a chance to coach.
Come on with it.
At
Should
Arizona
be Hall
State.
of Fame. Come on with it.
Should be Hall of Famer.
Be.
To all of the players. You know the players with the Bears that I got a chance to be around, and every team. And right now, I move into, as I retire, I've moved into that mentor role. I've had so many older guys that mentored me. Now is my time to give back that way.
Do you ever feel like it's not time to step all the way away? Come on, man.
No. You know when it's time.
Swim, right?
You know when it's time, but I'll always have my hands in football.
Okay.
My youngest son, Miles, is a high school coach in the Phoenix area. I'm going to volunteer a little bit for him.
Right.
But for me, for former players to come stay with me in my house and let's talk football, things like that, just be there as a sounding board for them. That can give me that football fix.
We're at the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame, and we're here to celebrate your career. But you said you was a Cowboy fan. You say you follow the Cowboys.
Come on with it.
We got to keep up with the current events, what's going on in the NFL. Max Crosby going to the Ravens from the Raiders. So the Cowboys were trying to get in the mix. They offered a first and a second. The Ravens offered 2 firsts. Just talk about the surprise of Max Crosby leaving the Raiders and going to the Ravens, what that means, and what did the Cowboys need to fix their defense?
Well, I've known Max Crosby for a while. When I was at the University of Illinois, we played their team, their Eastern, I think the Eastern Michigan team there. So he's a heck of a player. You're trying to win. And to win, you need to be able to get good players. And on the defensive side, I mean, it's hard to play great defense unless you have some real guys up front.
Right.
Max Crosby is one of those guys. I'm sure the Cowboys tried. A lot of teams were trying to get him.
Yeah.
But I know the Ravens are a lot better football team with him. And he's, you know, we talk about, you know, what does it take to be a great player, great defensive player? Nobody plays harder than Max Crosby, so he's going to get him a lot.
As a former defensive coordinator, certainly head coach, but, you know, defense is your forte. We see these young defensive coordinators get their opportunity. Zach Orr got his opportunity.
Come on.
But they ain't get him no help.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, he out.
He out.
You know, Christian Parker. Everybody loves Christian Parker. He was called in Dallas. And we loved his potential and what he can do.
Yes.
But you need players.
You got 3 minutes along with Christian Parker, and you want to give him some advice. What would you give Christian Parker?
First off, you can't. I don't care how good a football coach you are. You have to have players. So you start with that. But there's a reason why he's in that position right now. He's I don't know. I've never met him, but I've followed his career a little bit, and he's taken the proper steps.
Right.
Great position coach, and a lot of times the way you tell how good a coach is, listen to his players.
Right.
I've been impressed with what all the former players have said about him. Just giving him time, let him do his thing. He's going to do a great job.
Real quickly, what does it mean to go in the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame?
It means the world. When you start off, I'm a young black guy from the state of Texas, being honored by my Black Sports Hall of Fame. Don't get any better than that. So much went into that. So many people. You can't thank all the people that should be thanked for this, but special honor.
What is your greatest highlight as coach?
Oh, that's as I look back on it now, when you do retire, you can mention the Super Bowls and some of the great things like that happened, but it's those relationships at all different levels. I have players in my life still from all different levels, and that's what I cherish the most.
No doubt. That's great stuff, man. Don't want to hold you long, but if there's any message you can give to the audience, what would that be?
This game of football, you get so much from it. That's what I would tell you. The things you learn are life-changing things. Responsibility and what it takes to be a good teammate.
Right.
As a father, in charge of your family, all those good things.
Man, that's dope.
Hey, man, we appreciate you, man, and congratulations. We may get you on afterwards just to talk a little more about the event and how it went down. But again, big fan. Big fan. Big Sandy.
Appreciate everything y'all do. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, sir, man.
Yes, indeed.
Appreciate it.
We're back again. Clarence Hill, Cowboys and Chill.
Yeah.
Law Nation, the man with a plan who got it out the mud and rising high. And, of course, we're here at the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame, the 2026 induction. And we have a Hall of Fame honoree from years past.
Years past. Come on, man.
Lots of years.
But that's okay. He's already in the Hall of Fame, Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame. Former first-round pick of the Cowboys, whose son is going to be an aspiring draftee for the 2026 NFL draft out of SMU, man. The great Russell Maryland, 3-time Super Bowl champion. You can't. I left the best part out. 3-time Super Bowl champion.
Not one, not two.
Not one, not two, not. Yes.
Yeah. Come on, man. How that feels, man.
Man, it's incredible, man, to know that we just went there not only just one time and did it, not just the second time, my third year and did it, and then my fifth season, and did it again. But it was a testament to all of the great players that we had, the Troy Emmons, the Mike, but also the Kenny Gantz, the Matt Vanderbeeks, the guys that you may not ever hear about. So we had a great team, and it was a great time.
You know the Shark.
Yo, Kenny,
come on, you know the Shark. You know the Shark. You know the Shark. Do you know what does it mean to be in the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame?
Oh man, it's just it's incredible. It's just great. I mean, I've been in the College Football Hall of Fame, University of Miami Hall of Fame, but for your people to call you home and say and to recognize you, here in Texas is an incredible. It's an incredible thing, and something that I appreciated. And it's a great honor.
Most certainly.
How much you still follow the Cowboys and that defense as a defensive, people don't
defense win championships.
Always.
What people don't understand is everybody talks about the team of the 90s and the triplets.
Right.
The defense was number one.
Yep.
Yeah.
The offense gets all the attention. But they had the number one defense in the league. And that was the backbone of those titles. As much as the triplets and the offense and all the attention they got, it was the defense number one. And so the Cowboys have won in 30 years.
It's been that long.
30 years, 30 seasons, man.
And the defense one of the worst in franchise history, league history.
It's the worst. The worst
we tried. Look, Russell. We tried to replicate what we did in the 90s when we drafted you.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same. I'm not beating them up, Mozzie Smith. But how do you look at the interior play now on the Cowboys? You got Quentin Williams. You got Kenny Clark. You got, to a degree, also Adigi Azua. Are you following along the Cowboys to that degree?
I'm not following as much, I have to say.
Okay.
But when I do watch, I will watch a game.
Right.
And when I I will critique the defensive linemen.
Come on, yeah.
But the thing is, you have to be able to stop the run.
That's first
and foremost, and that's what we did well. Coach Butch Davis was my coach at not only the University of Miami, but here at the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
Taught great technique. And unfortunately, you don't see that enough.
Right.
Consistently. You have to be a consistent technician out there if you want to be able to stop the run, and that's the main thing. And then you get your thirds and longs, and you got like your Charles Haley or your Tony Tobers coming around that end and making things happen so you can get off on third down, 3 and out, and then put your Troy Aikmans and your Emmitt Smiths back on the field.
On the field,
Your Dak back on the field. So, that's the thing you have to do.
Can you help us out right here for the people that's kind of like new to football and all of this stuff? Because his new coach is talking about multiple fronts, and he's talking about changing that up. As an interior guy, 3-4, 4-3, whatever it is, how do you look at it from that aspect? Can you play 3? Can you play 1? Can you play the nose? However it goes.
The thing
it rhymes.
The thing with me, I'm a 4-3 guy.
Okay.
And, outside arm feet, playing one gap, getting up the field, getting off the ball.
Yeah.
That's what I love. That was successful for us. Okay. And that's what I love to do. Now, to play multiple fronts, I mean, you're putting a lot on guys. Yeah. I mean, but they're professionals. Hopefully they can be able to do it. But if you could be great at one front. Okay. And get after it, then that's right. Personally, to me, the best thing. Okay.
Is it frustrating that they have won in 30 years? I mean, I know you're still a Cowboy fan. You don't follow the game, but how frustrating is it?
Well, it's frustrating for the fans.
Right.
To have the fans have that great hope at the beginning of every season.
I'm the hope guy. I'm the hope giver over here.
and then when you get down to December, you're kind of looking bleak, and you're trying to keep hope alive. You're trying to be like Jesse Jackson up in there. Keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive. R.I.P. to him, man. Yes, indeed.
R.I.P. for sure. But and then it just kind of all goes kaput. That's really a bad thing for the fans, and now me as a fan, that's a bad thing too. So I really don't follow it as much because I don't like to be disappointed. I hate losing. So I think that's the main reason.
So you disillusioned like every other fan base, huh? Yeah. Every other fan, you're disillusioned. You're frustrated and disillusioned. Every other fan. But man, we appreciate you sitting down quickly with us. Yeah. I know they're getting ready to start the banquet, and you need to go on and march in with the rest of the alumni.
Hall of Fame.
Alumni Hall of Fame, man.
Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame.
Before we run, is there any foundation, anything that you got going on for the audience to know to help support and give you some help on that?
I've done a lot of things over the years. You can check my record, but the main charity I got right now is Russell Maryland Jr., R.J. Maryland tight end
come on.
at SMU.
Give me some of that.
Y'all check him out. Hopefully he can get to the NFL.
He going to get there. He got to stay there.
He got to stay there.
That's it.
Yes, indeed, man.
Again, Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame, the 2026 induction luncheon in Clarence Hill, Cowboys and Chill, Law Nation Extraordinaire, our everything Cowboys. And we're talking about a legend, a Hall of Famer across many Hall of Fames. Number 1 pick, the first and maybe the only black college player to be the number 1 overall pick from Tennessee State.
Come on with
Ed Too Tall Jones. How you doing, man?
I'm good, but let me correct one thing.
Okay.
I'm not in the Hall of Fame.
No.
Not the NFL Hall of Fame.
No, you're in the Black College.
I'm in the HBCU Hall. I'm down the hall.
That's all right.
From the Hall of Fame.
That's right. You in the Black Sports Hall of Fame too. You in the Black Sports Hall of Fame.
Yes.
You in the
2006.
Yes. And you in the HBC Hall of Fame.
And you in the NFL Hall of Fame of my heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm in here with the legend.
And you should be in the Ring of Honor. We got a whole lot of things you should be in. You and Harvey and. I mean, I can go down the list.
Totally understand.
go down the list. What does it mean to be here? You come back for the induction, the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Well, I went in 2006.
Right.
Very honored. So I know how these guys is going in. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Right.
That went in today. Much respect for them. They deserved it. It's like a dream come true for most of us. And I'm just glad that I was in town and invited to come out and be a part of it.
Most certainly. And speaking of that, being a part of everything. I went to a HBCU too, by the way, D. Jackson State University.
Okay.
So, so defense, in my opinion, is everything. What are your thoughts on somebody like him being the first melanated brother to be, well, the second melanated brother to be the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys?
I've heard nothing but good things about him, and looking so forward to seeing him come in. And he's going to have to tweak it a little bit.
Right.
Our defense, everybody that watched the Cowboys last year noticed that we got some problems.
We do.
And it's not not just coaching.
Okay.
We got to get some good personnel in there, but even with good personnel, you got to have a good guy that can coach good personnel. And
right.
Again, everybody's excited about him being here. I'm excited and just looking forward to them kicking things off in training camp.
How frustrated are you watching the Cowboys fail year after year after year after year? Are you frustrated? Or you understand where you at on this whole spectrum of emotions following your team? Because they're still your team. You're still watching.
Right.
Very frustrated. Going all the way back to when I joined the Cowboys, I walked into a good situation. 3 Super Bowls my first 5 years. Then after I retired, a couple of years later, they back-to-back winners. 29 years. That's a long time.
That's a long time.
And I remember when the good old days when if you were in the NFC and had any intentions of going to the Super Bowl, you knew you had to come through Dallas.
You had to come through Dallas.
Well, we've lost that.
Yeah.
We need to get that back.
And thinking of that, you see how long that stretch of years, 29.
Yes.
It's been 30 years, 30 seasons, basically, that we haven't done anything here in Dallas since this man been working with the Cowboys.
And maybe it's your fault.
That's what I was just throwing since 1996,
It's my fault. I'm the jinx. Not Jerry. It's my fault.
The sad thing is we haven't come close.
Yeah, close.
We haven't
at
come
all.
close. We haven't looked good. And like now, to be honest, I'm not saying it because I'm a Cowboy fan, but I think we have the offense now to win it all.
Yeah.
But defense win championships.
Come on.
We got to improve that defense. If we can somehow improve that defense, we can turn it around quick.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the focus. They got to improve the defense. Jerry said that they're going to invest on defense. Do you trust that they're going to do what it takes to improve that defense? No.
That's a long pause. There's a long pause, man.
Based on what I've seen the past 29 years. No, I think he's serious.
Yeah. Okay.
Jerry's at a point in his life now where he need to win and win now. And I can tell he feel the fans frustration. They starting to really speak out now.
A little embarrassment.
Yeah, a little embarrassment, man. And with the product we putting on the field.
Right.
So I expect him to. He got the money to work with them.
Yeah.
A lot of guys redone their contracts where they bought some money in to spend. So, but still, even with the money, you got to make the right decision.
Right.
So I trust that this year he will make the right decisions.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We're going to trust.
Yeah.
We're going to have faith. We're going to have hope like Jesse Jackson. You're going to keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive. Come on with
There you
it.
go.
With the 12th pick of the NFL draft, we got 2 picks in this first. Where we going? Defense, offense? What you think?
Got to be defense.
Got to be defense.
And not an impact player.
Impactful. Yeah.
Some player that can step in right away and play and make an impact.
Yes, indeed. I don't want to hold you long. I know you got probably other things to get into.
Got to go smoke some cigars today.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
He's golfing cigars.
Golfing cigars.
Golfing cigars, brother.
I got to at least have one with you, But before you go, can you let people know if you got anything going, any foundations, anything that you want to give to the audience so they can give support?
Something I want to mention that I'm involved in and very happy to be involved in it.
Right.
It's called Sport King.
Sport King.
It's a walking cane. This is the best, newest technology out there. And now I'm not trying to get people on walking canes.
Right.
But if you need a cane, I'm trying to get you back walking again where you don't need a cane. And just Google it, Sport Cane. And it's the newest, hottest out there. The military is involved with it. NFL, NBA. So just check it out if you know anybody that may or may not need a cane.
Yes, indeed, man. I'm definitely going to spread that word out, and we maybe send some people that wait so that they can get those canes, man. I appreciate you, man. It's an honor.
Thank you, man.
Being able to do this. Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank
You, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
indeed.
The Sport Cane is developed by a team of category veterans, leading engineers, and orthopedic surgeons that have reimagined mobility for people of any age. With the ability to endure forces exceeding 1,000 pounds of impact, the Sport Cane will walk the test of time. Specifically designed for people that have had a sport-related injury or surgical procedure. The unique 22-degree design accelerates recovery time, allowing for an earlier return to a more active lifestyle.
I'm Eddie Lee Jones, better known as Ed Too Tall Jones. I played 15 years, never missed a game. When I recently experienced an injury, not only did it physically affected me, but mentally. I've always said at any age that you need to listen to your body. However, you must stay active or your mind will get lazy and override that message. Before I heard about Sport Cane, it was difficult to find a stylish cane adjustable to my 6'9" height. I was very excited to see the flexibility and adjustability of such a stylish cane. Sport Cane 22-degree design softened the impact of my walking gait. For me, relying on Sport Cane leads to motivating my body, my mind, and maintaining my mobility. Why would you not want to know about a lifestyle solution which helps you to get back on your feet and feel good again while using it? Whether you're recovering from an injury or need assistance every day, Sport Cane is for you.
I'm not one of them goddamn lifetime Cowboys. Huh?
I know we're finna talk some real stuff.
You know I am still the hit machine.
Yeah, you still the hit machine.
Don't you forget. What's up, baby?
Yeah, I know we finna talk some real stuff right now, man.
Yes,
we finna talk.
Boy, look.
Snap!
Yo, man,
Listen. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Come on,
Hey,
man.
come on, baby.
Yeah.
Come on, pull.
we at the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame, but the
Come on,
party,
Kev.
the party in the lobby. The party in the lobby.
What the world you talking about?
The after party in the lobby. This is the pre-party. You live the after party in the hotel lobby.
Yeah.
But this is the pre-party.
Yeah.
Clarence Hill, Law Nation.
Come on.
Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame 2026.
Get it right now. Get it right. Say it again.
2020 Texas Black Sports
Hall of Fame.
And we got a Hall of Famer already
Yeah.
in the Hall of Fame here. Come
Yeah.
back every year to support the new class.
Come on with it.
Eugene, the hitting machine.
Yes, sir.
Lockhart, how you doing, sir?
I'm fine as wine in the summertime and sweeter than July jam.
Ooh. Huh? what does this Hall of Fame mean to you?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. It's just it's a great platform, you know, for guys as myself and other guys, sports athletes that gave their heart to the game.
Right.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it get overlooked and things like this. And then what Dr. Robertson has done with this Black Sports Hall of Fame and bring not only players but guys like yourself here to support it on a yearly basis. This is just an accolade, man, that you can be totally proud of.
Right.
Unlike the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my! Hey,
He went there, so don't go there.
I know.
Talk about the Cowboys.
I want you to get real gritty with it because I don't want no sugarcoat stuff,
Yo,
man.
Tug, come on.
We got a young coach, man, and he's of the melanated community. He's 34, but nobody's looking for excuses. What do we need to do on defense, man?
Just
and what do he need to do
let me
to keep
say
his
that.
job? He
Let me
got to
say
keep his
this.
job, you know.
If he was 34, he should have acted like he 44 and not took the job if he wasn't ready.
Oh,
all
okay.
Or they shouldn't have put him in there.
Right.
I think Schottenheimer would do a great job for the Dallas Cowboys, especially offensively. He showed last year what he could do offensively, this, that, and other. And he's smart enough to be able to make the necessary move that they need to make in order for the Cowboys to go to some type of respectability.
Right.
Now he's still the head coach, and he's added a great defensive coordinator. If they allow the coordinator to do the things that he does best, and bring him in to play the persons that they need in order to be a good defense, there is no doubt the Cowboys will not only be appetizer Cowboys. I said, you want some people. You want a few people that's hungry. I said, you want some people that's willing to spend the next 20 weeks hungry for identity. I told you guys, you need some people that's hungry. I don't know about you, but that team
that you threw out there on that damn field. They wasn't hungry. They were satisfied. The Cowboys are an appetizer team. The truth is what it is. If you think last week was bad, if they don't get off their ass and present something better than they did this week, it's going to be a long season. The fans deserve a hell of a lot more. You need some people that's hungry. I don't know about you, but that team that you threw out there on that damn field, they wasn't hungry.
As last year, as the years before, they'll be hungry. They'll get hungry for a chance to get into the playoffs and even go further.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been 30 years.
Yeah.
Are you a frustrated fan? Frustrated former player? Where's your frustration level?
Yeah. Well, the frustration level lies with the understanding that the Cowboys never should have taken this long.
Right.
We're talking about America's team. Take this long to get back to respectability, to get back into the playoffs, go deeper into the playoffs, get into another Super Bowl. It doesn't take 30 years to do nothing.
Right.
As you said, he's 34 years old. He don't know what the Dallas Cowboys meant.
He don't know what it means.
34 years old. No, I'm talking about now we got to have some guys surrounding this whole football team. Just to bring in some older guys, speak to the younger guys, let them know what it means to wear that helmet, and then let them see the excitement that we have being a Dallas Cowboys, and go out there and do something.
Come on,
so
man.
we can get on back to the respectability.
Come on with it. So last year it was a mixture of talent plus players, or what was it? Or coaching? What was it? Talent or coaching? What was it?
It wasn't talent. I believe that it was the defensive system that the coach is trying to have the guys to fit into his system instead of using the players at what they was best at doing. We had cornerbacks that was press corners, that was man-to-man covering, but we playing cover 3, cover all the other stuff, and that's not giving us a chance to win. Plus, we didn't have any kind of pass rush. We got rid of our number one guy, Michael Parsons, and then we saw what that did for us. But anyway, I think this year that we'll put the thing together. We got 2 first-round draft choices.
Okay.
We got the off season where they can go out and get Trey Hendrickson. They got to get somebody like Matt Cosby.
No, he got traded already.
Oh, did he?
He got traded to the Ravens. Yeah.
See, I told you we always late.
How much you blame Jerry Jones for this lack of success over the last 30 years?
Okay.
Well, you know what? Jerry doesn't play.
Right, it's a player.
Right, he doesn't play.
Right.
But I just think it's just the whole system has changed now since Jerry has finally come in and gotten him and filled himself with some decent players and some decent coaches that know what they're doing. So again, I'm not trying to put the blame on anybody right now. I just want to see the Cowboys get to somewhere where we can get out, go to the game on Sundays, and then don't have to stay at home on Mondays because you're ashamed to get out.
Hey, man, we appreciate it. We know the Hall of Fame lunch is getting ready to start, but
yes, sir.
Thank you for stopping by. We may talk to you after the event.
But
what you tell me earlier?
Anything else would be uncivilized.
What you tell me earlier? They still call you Hit Machine.
I know. Hey, don't you forget that, boy.
Yes, indeed.
Yes,
before you depart, is there anything that you're doing that you would like to give back to the world and let people know? Any foundations? Any projects
you know the Lockhart Foundation. We feed the homeless. We feed the homeless. This is my 30th year doing that, and also we help underprivileged kids with school backpack, school supplies, helmets, and things like that. Anything that they need. But I'm here. I'm available. If you're seeing this right here and you need Eugene Lockhart to show up, not only will I show up, I'll show out.
Oh, we know you're going to show out.
Come on with it.
Yeah.
The Hall of Famer retired as the team's all-time leading tackler.
Yeah.
Come on.
The Hit Machine.
The Hit Machine.
I work on Barrett whenever ready. My name is Eugene, the Hit Machine Lockhart, and I approve this message.
Let's go, baby.
You running for office. You running for office. Listen, we're back. We're still here. We're at the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame 2026 induction ceremony. Law Nation, Clarence Hill. We got another legend. Legend.
Yeah, you roped me into this.
Roped you into it. Listen.
Bringing over the nice people to come and get
nice
me.
People.
Come over and sit down. Like, it's for Clarence. Come on, man.
Man. Hey, what's a man weakness?
Delilah.
Right. Some man's weakness.
Oh, man. Good job. I'll give you credit on that one, brother.
Clarence got his assassins over there.
But no, seriously, you already remember the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Need to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. We're not gonna go down that road.
Right.
I'm in almost every Hall of Fame but that one. I
Oh,
believe that's the only one I know.
Yeah, HBC Hall of Fame. Yeah, Black College Hall of Fame. Again, longtime Cowboy legend.
Right.
And the difference with a lot of these other legends.
Okay.
Local legend.
Locally.
He grew up here.
Wow.
He from Dallas.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't make Dallas his home after he got to the Cowboys. He's from Dallas.
I welcomed all the Cowboys.
Yeah, you're like, come on over to my crib.
This is my town.
He's from the trenches of Dallas, okay? This is him, man. What does the Black Sports Hall of Fame mean to you?
Man, it means everything. I mean, when you think about the history that was spoken of to everyone that won, I'm up here trying to take notes.
Right.
Because I want to, remember this. I want to introduce it to other people. You know, we got the podcast at the Cowboy facility. I'm bringing this book to Monday.
Right, that's awesome.
And I'm going to talk about all of those. I mean, a lot of transactions have gone on with the Cowboys and the NFL just within the last week. But this is what I want to talk about sometimes during the show, just about the history that we have, not just in the state of Texas, but around the doggone country and around the world. So being affiliated with all of that, those guys being my peers, I just give them all the love that they deserve.
Yeah. And the good news about Everson, unlike some other former Cowboys, and what people don't understand is, like, fans, we live and die, right?
We do.
We live and die.
Yeah.
When they get away from the game, they don't follow this closely.
Right.
Okay? They don't pay attention because, they done it. They're not really worried about it. But because you do weekly podcasts, you kind of keep up with what's going on.
And to be real, I want my respect too.
Come on with it.
So when I talk about the people that I love and that my peers, when I'm a peer, that means that I'm on the same level as these guys that I brag about all the time. So they've done the same for me. When they see me, they give me so much love. And I know that comes from a good place.
Most certainly.
They don't just recognize me. Right. They recognize some of the sacrifices that we have done for each other.
And speaking of that, I had someone on my show. He was giving you your flowers, and his name is Nate Newton. He's like, what? Nate, cause I was telling him the storyline of how I became a Cowboy fan. I said it was Everson Walls, number 24, man, the guy that came out of nowhere and made something happen and gave us a hope for these little guys here. But he was just breaking down the fact that he said, man, Everson Walls, man, he's Malcolm X. He don't pull back no punches, man.
And I don't mind those flowers either, because it's just not all about playing. Right. This is no shut up and play situation.
No. Come on with it.
This is something where guys deserve a lot of respect when it comes to negotiations. Management always looked at the players as something of a hindrance at times, and I never understood how. You can have a team with great players, but then when it comes to negotiations, they're not great players anymore. So those are the kind of things that always got on my nerves, and I always fought for any guy on my team when it came to negotiations, because being a union rep and all of that, I know a lot of people won't believe it, but I hold that on a higher esteem than being a player.
Oh, wow.
Because, my dad was the first one to go to college in my family. I know about the education that you need. My mom sacrificed for so many people. She worked for the Dallas Urban League when I was growing up. Those kind of things, that's where I come from.
Oh, wow.
And so when it comes to playing ball, man, ball is fun. But when it comes to the business of football, that's something where you really get serious and start thinking about people's legacy. You start thinking about people's health when things are going, especially retirement. Those are the kind of things that I'm looking at right now. How do my guys look now? How are they living? What's their quality of life? Because that's all the things that we were fighting for even back when we were 25, 26 years old.
And I'm glad you brought up legacy, and people don't understand that every game, every year past, it passes judgment on your legacy. It has an impact on your legacy.
On your legacy.
And you talk about all these, and I always say all these great Cowboy players. And you had to go to New York to win a title.
Right.
And it's part of your legacy.
D-Law wasn't the only one to do that.
Right. You were the first one. And
they're celebrating the heck out of him.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for my celebration.
Give the man his flowers, man.
That first, man.
As great as Dak is, as great as Mike is, whoever else, this is part of their legacy.
Right.
And it's going to be attached to them not winning in the playoffs.
Right.
You make all the money and everything else. And just talk about the urgency. You keep up with the team. You keep up with what they're doing. That's what I'm saying. Because you do daily, weekly podcasts.
Fan,
you're a fan. But it's
fan,
also your job.
That's right.
And so not getting Max. Did you want him to get Max Crosby?
Yeah.
I did.
You did?
I surely did.
You thought it was sure.
But I'm glad no one else got him within the division. That's one thing I'm happy about.
Right.
We won't even see him much down the line.
So and we love CP, and we love what he's bringing, but he needs players. And so do you trust that they're going to get him players? Do you trust that they're going to make moves in free agency? We know they got 2 draft picks, but are they going to make moves in free agency to help build his defense and get CP players?
I think they're trying to, whichever comes, whatever's the most opportunistic.
Yeah.
Right now,
free agency, we got about $9 million to spend.
We got
more than that. That's after the adjustment to the contract.
They can do more adjustments. They're going to get more adjustments.
Because CD had to adjust his, Dak had to adjust his. So I'm looking at them doing both. We need some youth. I don't want to go out there and get a bunch of old guys, even though they're good veterans. I'd rather get some youth in there who are special. And with all this draft going on, I don't necessarily think all the good players are gone in the first round. I'm undrafted free agent, so of course I'm not going to believe that.
Right.
To me, as far as I'm concerned, if you're a good enough scout, then you can find somebody 2nd, 3rd, 4th round.
The pieces
They'll
to
help
put together
us all the time. Right. So I'm not worried about, we need to get someone early in the rounds. That would be a nice luxury, but you still got to be able to coach them, and they still have to be able to play. So I'm hoping that whoever we bring in, they understand the legacy here, and that young man, the defensive coordinator, I think he's one of those young men that he's not going to expect anything less from the organization than their best.
Right.
Don't bring me in here unless you're going to have me doing the best I can do, and you're going to supply me with everything that I need.
Bust that budget, basically.
Hey, man, listen, we appreciate your time. I know you was running out when we grabbed you.
I know, man. Don't be doing that, man. Don't do that no more.
I sent some cotton candy out to you, boy. I know. You sent that cotton candy out there.
Hey, man, let me just get it, man. With me, man. That's all right.
Yes, indeed. It's all good.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Hey, man, appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, before you run, is there anything that you would like to give to the audience about any foundations that you got going, any projects that you got on the way?
My foundation is Ethos Education Group. We have been dealing with the Frisco School District for about 4 years running now. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Then that is big for us. They brought us in. They allowed us to have access to their kids and the parents. So we're doing a lot with that. We have even advanced to Yale University.
Wow.
Because our first Ethos Education young man is up there now.
Wow.
He's at Yale. He's also got an internship on Wall Street.
Oh, that is awesome.
Wow.
That's how we do it, baby. That's how we do it. I eat those champions, baby.
From Hamilton Park?
No, he ain't from Hamilton Park.
You from Hamilton Park?
I'm from Hamilton Park,
Yeah.
but Trinity Christian.
You're right. Well, I'm just saying, but you, this is what you work with. And
That's
so
what I work
that's
with,
what
man.
inspired you to help uplift him.
Man, you just won't believe how, even though you see a lot of confident men as we are now, man, when we were growing up, I don't care who you are. When we were growing up, we all had those insecurities, and we needed somebody or some organization to help push us on the right path.
Instill the confidence, man.
That's never going to stop. Never going to
yes,
stop.
indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Everson Walls.
Yes,
the
sir.
great Everson Walls. Number 24.
Should be in the Hall of Fame. Should be in the Ring of Honor.
Will be. Hey, cotton candy. Let's go, baby.
Yes, we're at the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame, Law Nation,
yes,
Cowboys and Chill. Again, 2026 Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame luncheon, and it's Cowboys 24/7. What Jerry Jones say is it's a soap opera 365, and ain't nothing happening. I'm going to start some stuff and make it happen. And, we're at the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame, but it's always Cowboys all the time. We got longtime Cowboys beat writer Calvin Watkins from the Dallas Morning News. Some people get him confused with Clarence Hill, but it's this for y'all on the social media. This is Calvin, and I'm Clarence. And we are the two black guys. Two black guys that cover the Cowboys. But this is Calvin, and I'm Clarence. And Calvin, the big news today certainly is the Cowboys tendered Brandon Aubrey. They tendered T.J. Bass. They did not tender Brock Hoffman. They did not tender Wanye Thomas.
Okay.
So they're not bringing those two back. But the story happened last night, right?
Right.
When Max Crosby, who the Cowboys were monitoring the situation, actually made a trade offer to the situation, was traded from the Vegas Raiders to the Baltimore Ravens. So the Cowboys tried.
They tried.
They tried, but they didn't get their guy. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay that you're making an effort. But my problem is, if you're going to try to trade for Max Crosby, you already had an elite pass rusher on your football team last year, and you traded him.
Right.
So by trading for Max Crosby, you're admitting that you made a mistake in letting him go.
Right.
But if you want to move on, that's fine. But I will give you some effort for trying to rectify the issue that you created last year by trading Micah Parsons.
Did you get A for efforts?
How about a C?
About a C,
You get a C for efforts?
Yeah.
In this situation.
After not winning in 30 years, we giving credit for effort?
Well, they're trying. I mean,
I'm just asking.
That's the thing is, at least
I don't want to be the negative guy.
But no, you just asking the question, like, do you get an A for effort, right?
Because you
been
tried.
30 years, 30 seasons of no success. But at least if you're going down the wrong road, it's okay to stop, pump the brakes, get off on the shoulder, and get over.
What you win for that?
Nothing.
Okay.
But we got to get the
He is
results
negative.
now.
He's very negative.
I'm not negative. I'm just saying, what do you win for that? What do you win for effort?
I mean, you're trying to get your football team together. Like when they traded Micah, I remember I was at the news conference. Both of us were. And I asked Jerry Jones, I said, does this mean that you're rebuilding?
Right.
Because you're trading a generational talent away for as many picks as they got.
Right.
And they said, no, we're not rebuilding.
They're never rebuilding. It's the Dallas Cowboys.
Right. And then once the defense went to whatever, they decided to get Quentin Williams.
From sugar to shit. Or it went from shit to shit.
Oh, you can use profanity on this?
Yeah.
I mean, this is all pre-recorded.
You can delete that out?
We can just put some beeps over it. It don't matter. We grown men. We
have
no
FCC here, man.
Yeah. Right. But when the defense went to hell, they made a trade and they got Quentin Williams.
Right.
And I remember just before they traded for Quentin Williams, Jerry Jones had said, no, we're not going to make a trade.
Right.
I like what we got. And then I think he realized, man, this defense is worse than what I thought.
It was.
We need another quality defensive player. Quentin Williams went out of New York. So they made the deal.
They did.
And that's okay.
Yep.
But you still needed a pass rush.
You still need that.
And this defense has so many holes. I'm sure you guys have talked about this. They need another corner probably.
Right.
They need a Mike linebacker.
They do.
And they're going to need a safety. And it's telling that Wanye Thomas is going to have to say Wanye Thomas was end-all, be-all, but the other starting safety, Donovan Wilson, situation is fluid. Now he's an unrestricted free agent. I don't think he's going to come back. So they have a lot of holes to fill on this team. And when you talk about the pass rushers, whether it's an outside backer or defensive end, there's a certain size that they want, especially at defensive end.
And nickel corner.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about nickel corner.
Nickel.
Right, and Jerry said, you know what? I didn't realize how important nickel corner was.
Right.
Really?
It control the middle.
You're the general manager of the football
deeper
team.
thirds and all of that. But that goes to show you how disattached we are, as it relates to this team and fundamental building, especially if you're the GM, you're supposed to know all of those things, But it is what it is. Go ahead.
Free agent starts Monday. Jerry said he's going to be more aggressive.
Okay.
He going to push the envelope. He going to bust the budget.
On who?
You tell me.
And Jerry said he was all in too.
Yeah, but to put a winner on the field, you need to bust the budget. You need to be aggressive. You need to do some things different than you've done in the past.
Facts.
You need to upgrade the defense. CP told them,
right,
I can help you, but you got to give me some help.
Okay, you got to give me some weapons.
Yeah, you got to give me some weapons. Real talk. I mean, you setting CP up to fail. CP, Christian Parker, we all love him, the new defense coordinator with the Cowboys. glowing reports. Everybody loves him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But coaches coach and players play. It don't matter what schemes you put out there. If you have JV talent, you're not gonna play. You're gonna not play well against the varsity.
Right. Scheme and talent can only go so far when it's not mixed together. Right. You need talent to match up with your scheme or system. Well, we got to go. We got to go into this draft now, making sure we hit.
We ain't at the draft yet. We're free.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So we're free to start this week. What do you expect the Cowboys to do in Friends? Do you expect them? I mean, they have needs because you want to go in the draft pure, where you don't have to focus on needs, so they can fill some holes in Friends. Do you expect the Cowboys to be active starting Monday?
I believe so. I think they'll try to sign Nakobe Dean, who's in Philly. They want him to be the Mike linebacker. Maybe you can get him. There's a safety in Denver, P.J. Locke. The fans can't stand him because he had spinal fusion surgery, but he played 16 games last year.
Season.
So he's healthy. Reed Blankenship is another guy.
Blankenship.
Blankenship.
Not Blankenship.
Yeah. But it is the Texas Sports
Jadon Blue.
Hall of Fame Black Edition, baby.
I probably got that in me. Blankenship. He's safety in Philly. He used to be with Christian Parker. He's a possibility as well. So, and then, there's Trey Hendrickson. Did I get that right?
Trey Hendrickson.
What?
Trey Hendrickson.
Yes, I got that right.
Yeah.
Defensive end in
they need edge help.
Cincinnati.
They need to be able to get to the quarterback.
I assume he can fit the scheme, right? The 3-4 scheme, right? So those are some guys that they need to get.
Right.
So, yes, I think they will be players, but this is not a big market for free agency.
It's not.
The biggest name is already franchised. That's George Pickens.
Yeah.
Okay. The other big name is Malik Willis, a quarterback. They don't need that.
They don't need that.
So there is no superstar player out in the marketplace.
But there's no superstar player in the draft either. I mean, that's what people,
That's the other
don't
thing.
trade these trades. This is a bad draft. They're not in this special. It's a bad draft.
I wouldn't say it's a bad draft.
It's the unknown, right?
Every draft is unknown.
Right.
But I will say, I agree with you. There's nobody special out there. Even the number one pick, I'm not a big fan of his, but he's going to be the number one pick because they need a quarterback in Las Vegas. After that, it's a crapshoot of what you want.
Yeah, Sonny Styles is nice, but he got kind of like outpositioned himself at the combine to drop to the 12th.
But he's not going to be there at 12.
Yeah, he ain't going to be there. And Downs, he might be there. He's special, but he got that knee thing that everybody worried about.
Well,
ACL.
I remember Andre Gerard. He used to be a center for the Cowboys. Came out of Colorado. He was telling me a story. When he came out of the draft, they look, they get the physicals and the MRIs and all that. And they said, your knee's degenerative.
Right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, everyone's knee is degenerative. Everybody's knee is something because you're playing sports since you were 7 years old.
Right.
And now you get to the highest stage, the last stage of your athletic career.
Correct.
Yes, there's going to be some wear and tear on your joints. So to me, unless they say you need something that needs to get repaired tomorrow, you're okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I heard, like they say, 10 years or you're going to have 10 games. So either or, if that knee going to give out. I think it was the other guy, Ron Leary, too. You remember him?
Ron Leary, too.
Ron Leary, yeah.
Ron Leary.
Yeah.
He was I think the Cowboys, he was undrafted when they signed him.
Right.
His knee was supposed to be falling apart. And he played for a good while. So, I mean, look, you can get a doctor to approve anything, right?
Okay. Y'all hear that?
You can. But you can also get a number of doctors to say he's fine, he can play.
Okay. Will George Pickens get the deal done? Or will he play on the tag?
You asking me, sir?
Yes.
Oh.
You the guest.
Yeah.
I would say he has no choice to play under the tag.
No choice.
Because I don't believe the Cowboys are going to offer him a contract. Because they haven't done so already.
Not even offer him.
They haven't done so already.
Have you guys talked to
They met his people.
Oh, so he did talk to his agent.
They met his people in Indy, and there was no exchanges of offers.
What feedback do you guys get from his agency?
From my understanding, we'll see you in Oxnard.
Damn, they going to wait that long?
No, first of all, it's not them waiting. I mean, you got to get an offer. You got to negotiate.
There's no offers, so why should I come? Let's give me an offer.
Well, he's not. What Calvin said, he's not showing up for the offseason program.
Oh, he's not. And then technically, last time we was in this situation, what Jerry was talking about, leaves falling off the tree. There's no tree with leaves with GP. It's just GP.
Well, the leaves have already fell.
The leaves on the floor.
The CeeDee Lamb leaves have already fell.
Okay.
Justin Jefferson leaves already fell. We know what the market is.
Right.
He was talking about the market.
Right.
And we know what the market is.
There's one caveat to this with Pickens not showing up for offseason. I think Brian Schottenheimer is going to ask Dak Prescott, Can you bring my boy in? Can you bring your boy in?
Bring my boy in.
Right, because last year, remember,
Yeah.
Shotty asked Michael Parsons to show up for the first day off season, and he did. Right, and Shotty, I think, is going to talk to Pickens and Dak to say, can you just come in and then, just for the first, second day, and then you do what you got to do. I think that's what's going to happen, but we'll see.
No doubt, no doubt. I hope that can happen, they coming in and everything. As far as advisory, would you play under the franchise tag if you GP for $28 million straight up? You never touched $28 million in your life. Would you play that 1 year and get back into the market still at the age of 25, 26 next season?
It depends. I'm going to exhaust, just like the team exhausted some mechanisms to have you under team control. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to show up until I have to show up. Then I'll sign the contract for the 1 year. Right. And then the Cowboys could franchise him again.
Right.
They could.
They hold his feet to the fire with that.
But I think the tag is 27.5. I think officially. Something like that.
Yeah.
So it's 27.5, and it'll be triple the next go around. I don't know if they're going to pay that. So if you ball out, maybe at some point you get a contract extension or you hit the open market. So I'm a bet on myself. And that's what Dak Prescott said, the other day, right?
Yeah.
Well, Dak Prescott said bet on himself, but there's a story here. Dak's the quarterback. The Cowboys had no choice but to sign Dak. But the truth is that Dak played 2020 on the tag. He bet on himself.
Yeah.
He suffered a catastrophic injury that year.
Right.
Okay?
He
fractured leg. Oh, my God.
Fractured leg, fractured ankle. It could have been done. Okay?
It
could have been done.
The Alex Smith type of thing.
It could have been done, okay?
Yeah.
And he could have never got paid.
Facts.
And so that's why you want the security of a multi-year deal.
Right.
Because you're on that one-year deal, and if something happens, you don't get paid next year. Fortunately for Dak, again, the Cowboys had no choice. But he was coming up with injury. We didn't know when he was going to be back.
Facts.
He had 2 surgeries, okay?
Yeah.
And they still gave him a $40 million annual salary because they had no choice. Okay? And so the situation worked well for him. But that's not ideal because ideally that's why you want a multi-year deal, because to cover yourself as insurance in case you get hurt. He potentially had a career-ending injury.
Facts, yeah. And then on top of that, it's a two-way street to success too, because with the franchise tag, you can't prorate the money, you can't spread it out, none of that. So it's a big hit. Hits you right now. So yeah, you're right. It'll be beneficial if the Cowboys get a deal done.
It can be beneficial for both sides from a salary cap standpoint, for sure. They can help the Cowboys. But the question is, how much do you pay Pickens? What's the market for Pickens after 1 year?
Let's be honest here.
Now that's the real conversation, right?
No, the real conversation is,
break it down.
To me, because we were going through this throughout the first 2 months of the season. Do I really want to pay this guy when he's going to be late to meetings? He missed the team bus.
Okay.
He's a knucklehead.
Yeah.
Let me finish.
Wait.
He is.
Okay.
Some of the things he did in Pittsburgh, he still did here in Dallas.
Okay.
It's just that they're able to accept a little bit more in Dallas than they did in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So all those things come with, if I'm going to give you a 4-year contract extension, averaging $32.5 million a year, whatever it is.
The juice got to be worth the squeeze.
Yeah.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
I already hold. Let me play a game with you. That's 93 receptions. That's 9 touchdowns and over 1,400 yards. I would rather have a late GP than an on-time Jalen Tolbert. You get what I'm saying? So Jalen Tolbert come to all of the meetings. He's on time. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am.
What
no,
about
ma'am.
What about your boy from Carolina? You were trying to hype up last year.
Yeah, Mingo.
Yeah, you were trying to get Mingo. He was on.
Mingo's working at Starbucks right now.
Give Mingo a chance.
I thought I saw Mingo give me a coffee.
Leave my guy Jonathan Mingo. That's my Mississippi love, man. Come on, man.
Well, he was so trying to shove Mingo down my throat last year.
Mingo, mango, bongo, bingo.
Give Mingo a chance, y'all.
What did they give up for Mingo?
A 4th round pick.
But hey,
then he got hurt. He did get hurt.
He did get hurt. That's what happened, Clarence.
He hurt his knee.
I had a whole slogan because, we try to stretch the content out over here on the content creation side. I had a whole name for him. Ron Flendor and Jonathan Mingo. Flamingo. I had T-shirts ready. Flamingo.
I really hope it works out for Mingo because he's a good guy. He's a good dude.
As Nancy Reagan said a long time ago, way before your time, just say no.
Just say no.
Say no to dope. Just say no to dope.
Say no to Mingo.
Say no to Mingo.
But check this out. It's not like the Cowboys don't have an elite receiver on their football team.
You're right.
Okay, they have C.D. Lamb.
Okay.
Right? Now, I'm not against paying George Pickens. I think he should get a contract extension.
Okay, because they're going to be beating you up right now.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
but here's the truth of it.
Yeah.
If they, just like last year,
right,
before the start of last year, they were negotiating with Brandon Aubrey's agent.
Okay.
Because they said, this is the best kicker in the game. We got to pay him. This is before the start of the
They tried to negotiate him with him.
Right. They offered him money, the whole deal. His agent wanted $10 million. They said, nah, we're going to give you about under 7, which would make him the highest paid kicker. And then the agent stopped contract talks.
That's France. Todd France.
Todd
right?
France. That's Todd. Okay. Stopped the contract talks, and everything. After everything came out, then he tried to say fake news. I'm going in the bus. Well, guess what? Aubrey still hasn't gotten his money.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And he's going to pay. And if I'm the Cowboys, you pull the deal off the table. You play on the second. We were going to make you the highest paid. Now you're the third.
Wow.
With the tender.
And
right?
Yeah.
He's going to probably get
he gonna sign a deal
north of that.
The question is, will the Cowboys pull a deal?
Well, the agent pulled a deal the first go around. The agent pulled it according to the Cowboys. So the agent pulled it the first go around. Okay.
Well, they pulled a deal.
Right. So now I'm like, we put the tender on you. All right, deuces. We're moving on.
Right. Well, no.
I would love for them to keep
Aubrey. Yeah, me too.
What we're doing is this.
It's a kicker.
We're allowing you to create a market, and if someone wants to sign you, we will gladly take a second round pick for a kicker.
Yes, yeah, but no one's going to give.
Okay, I understand that, but we're putting
it
out there.
Unless you're Baltimore and you go,
man,
if we had a kicker, we would not be in the situation we're in. And look what Baltimore just did.
Yeah,
they wouldn't got Max
Crosby. See, when you talk about going all in and all that,
all right,
what the Ravens just did is going all in.
Because they're trying to win now.
Who did Kansas City just trade out of the corner to?
Oh, man.
The Rams.
Oh,
that's going all in. Rams like,
they moves and shakers.
We don't care about these
Rams
picks. We want ball players. That's what's going all in. We are chasing a championship.
And the craziest thing about the Rams, they've been drafting pretty well and doing free agency really well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Even though the Seattle Seahawks did
Puka was a 4th round pick.
Right, that's drafting well.
Can you draft some?
We need to get some favors to fall our way. Especially, I never got your thoughts on CP, Christian Parker, man. What's your thoughts on him?
I like him. He's a young guy. The interesting thing that he said is, my scheme is not based on the players. My scheme is flexible.
Okay.
So if you're not a man guy, that's okay.
So we're not finna, no offense to Taco, he followed the show, but we're not finna draft Taco Charlton. We're not finna draft a Taco Charlton over TJ Watt type of thing with his scheme and his system and his philosophy, right?
We want ball players.
Ball players.
If Taco fits what we do, fine, let's get Taco. But if Watt fits what we do, we're going to pick Watt. But he wants talented players, and that's what he told Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, Will McClay, Brian Schottenheimer interview process. Says, look, this is my scheme. It's flexible. We will help guys get better, but you got to give me some ball players.
Yeah, give me something, man.
Right.
And how that brain works, because that's what Will McClay was talking about, that he learned from CP, is that they're looking more for like a mental aspect of players, not just the measurables of height and how long the arms are.
Right, because I remember when Kobe Dean came out, I asked the Cowboys, what do you think of him? They said he's too small.
Wow.
Right? Now, that was under that. That might have been Zimmer. Not Zimmer.
That was Quinn.
Dan Quinn. That was Dan Quinn.
And them.
Dan Quinn said he's too small.
Right.
Now you get Christian Parker. We like N'Kobe Dean now. Because he makes plays. Now, last year he struggled a little bit. He came off the injury. But you also like the guy that fits what I do.
You also like him because he knows the scheme.
Yes.
He knows
That's
the scheme.
what you need a mic for. Yeah.
Well, Calvin, why are you here? Because we're gonna switch you out and put Mac Engel on set. Tell him not why you here.
Yeah.
Why are you at this event?
Yeah.
Dwayne Price, who I worked with at the Fort Worth Star-Telegram 100 years ago. He got inducted as a journalist to the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame. Dwayne has been covering the Mavericks when they were at Reunion Arena. Right.
Man.
And now American Airlines is like 20 years old, and he's still covering the Mavericks. He covered them for the Fort Worth Star-Telegram with Clarence. Now he's covering them for Mavs.com, how he is revered in the industry. He wears these suits because, Dwayne is 7 foot tall almost.
Wow.
He wears suits. He wears gaiters.
6'6".
He wears sweatsuits going to practice. He is just a revered guy in our industry, and anything I could do to support him, I wanted to do. When I first moved here. Clarence, embraced me, but so did Dwayne.
Yeah.
When I was at the Star Telegram, the Mavericks were terrible. They just got purchased by Mark Cuban. They were playing Reunion Arena, and no one cared about the Mavericks, other than Dwayne at the paper I was working for. And so I was covering high schools. I said, "Hey, I'll help you out," and he said, "Come on," and he embraced me, and it just a terrific guy, great person.
Man, that's dope, man. And Clarence, yeah.
No, I was going to say we appreciate it, man, and thank you. And we'll certainly have you back on. You've been on with Laura and I during the season, on Thursday nights.
Yes, it did.
Having some dark liquor, smoking some cigars.
And stuff, man.
We'll have you back on, man, but I appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys. Man. All right.
Good to have you.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, Mac Ingle.
We're keeping it going, man. Let's bring in Mac Ingle.
We're going to do it live?
Let's bring him in.
Do it live? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Come on in. Come on down. Come on down. You have won a car.
As long as you take care of the car payments and insurance, then we're all good.
That's the other side
Gentlemen,
of it.
this is absolutely outstanding. Thank you very much for having me. But this is a hard act. This is a little bit like following up like Johnny Carson or something like that. So I'm going to be like the Chevy Chase show, the Magic Johnson show. It's going to fall right off a cliff.
Well, this is like candid to a baby. Asking Mac to talk about the Cowboys. This is Mac Ingle, former colleague at the Star Telegram, longtime columnist at the Star Telegram.
What do you need? Like no one's buttering up. No one's buttering me up without asking for like $10 or something like that.
Columnist at the Star Telegram, former colleague. He's covered the Cowboys. He covered the Rangers. He's covered everything at DFW.
It's true.
Are you frustrated with the Cowboys?
Break it down. No sugarcoating. Give it to us.
Or do you give them credit for effort? They tried to get Max Crosby.
This is what bothers me.
Yeah.
So the Cowboy, and you guys, where are you from?
I'm from Mississippi.
But you're a Cowboy fan.
I'm a Cowboy fan. Die hard. I cry when we lose.
What's your first memory of the Dallas Cowboys?
Super Bowls in '95.
Yeah, the Super Bowls.
He's a baby.
Yeah. But I got a chance to see all three of them. But my very first memory was the Everson Walls. He's the guy.
Up against the Walls.
Yeah, I was in the '80s.
So you remember Everson Walls? So you remember
not 81 Everson.
Not 80.
Well, yeah. We're talking New York Giants. Everson Walls.
No, I'm talking about Cowboys.
Okay.
The 11th INT. So the Hall of
when
Fame
they were losing
in this area. When they were losing. Yeah.
So this is what bothers me about it. So I didn't grow up here. I grew up in Indiana, but I moved here in '96. When I moved here, coincided with Clarence getting on the beat. So our arrival, collective arrivals,
there you go,
ended the Dallas Cowboys dynasty.
Wow.
Take some of that.
I am.
From 1996,
Some of this is on me, and this is what bothers me. This brand, this team was built on championships, playoffs, excellence. Right? That's what it was built on. When football was becoming a thing in the United States, which coincided with the marriage with television, who were the teams, this predated you, the teams that everybody watched in the NFL were the Pittsburgh Steelers because they were the monsters in the 70s, the Dallas Cowboys because they were monsters in the 60s and the 70s, and then obviously in the early 80s, and a couple other teams, the Green Bay Packers. Who else am I missing, Clarence? That we would say that the foundation of the NFL.
Yeah, you
the
can't
Raiders.
You can't tell the story of the NFL without those foundational
those
teams.
Celebrity franchises.
Like the Longhorns in college football.
Same thing.
You slid it in.
Like you slid that in. That's a dirty pool. And here's my problem. So Jerry Jones walks in, and listen, you can make a real argument. Jerry Jones, at the time he bought them, saved that franchise.
Not just them, the Cowboys. He saved the NFL entirely. Right?
He certainly changed the trajectory of the NFL. Like it was going to keep going. It wasn't going to look like the way it did without his influence, and specifically his ambition to really monetize and commercialize every aspect to football. So then they win 3 championships thanks to Jimmy and some other things. And then it's been this desert. Not of bad, but mediocrity.
Man.
Right? Yeah. And so what frustrates me is that, wait a minute, you built this name, you built this brand on a certain standard that, quite frankly, you really haven't been that close to for 30 years. And instead, what you've done is live on those laurels established by different generations of people. And really now what you're famous is for that. and famous for being famous.
Yeah.
Which to me is like the embodiment.
Famous for being famous.
Yeah.
That's what they are. They're famous. There's no doubt.
And I remember a few years ago, we were at the game when the Cowboys played the Packers in that playoff game where Des Bryant caught the ball.
He caught it, yeah.
And somebody, it was like a celebrity, somebody says the NFL is better when the Dallas Cowboys are good.
They are.
100%.
Right.
And I'm sorry, they're always going to be interesting.
Right.
They're always, whatever you bet them. But I am so frustrated about it because you and I both know that when last season, before the season even started, Dak Prescott had a great year, by the way.
He did.
So I knew before that last season, and they let go of Michael Parsons, and they gave him away for Kenny Clark, and then it turned into Quinn Williams and all this other stuff. I'm like, this window is closed.
Man.
This Super Bowl window is closed, which I hate it because, and this is the other part that bothers me because for Dak Prescott,
right?
When you think about you want to buy a jersey for a kid, that's to me has always been the standard of if you're going to buy a jersey for somebody, for your kid, would you want them wearing that jersey knowing they're not going to embarrass you? Now, if they get traded, that's not anybody's fault. They're not going to embarrass you. No one was ever going to be embarrassed by number 4.
Right.
They've had a really good player, a hell of a leader, and I know he's a source of debate because he's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But like, you're going to waste this guy's window.
Oh my
gosh. So what I see now is like they might make the playoffs next season because 7 teams get in.
Yeah.
But when we watched that Super Bowl between New England and Seattle, when we watched all those playoff games, whomever we want to talk about, are the Cowboys really
that far apart in that particular look? And you're right with that because
are they? I mean,
think about it. Matt Stafford, he was considered dog food up there in Detroit, but it wasn't
him.
him. It wasn't him.
Nope.
It wasn't him. It was
the team.
So he went to a team that believed in his philosophy
and look
believed
at him
in
now.
and look at him.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
So Clarence, when
First
you
ballot,
saw it, unless he's Bill Belichick, but unless he's the head coach in North Carolina. So when you looked at Dallas now, to me, I'm like, they can get in the playoffs,
right?
Because 7 teams get in.
Facts.
Okay, can they get to a conference championship game?
As they currently constituted, no.
Okay, they're going to make some additions.
Right.
They didn't get Max Crosby. Yeah, well, they will. I mean, I don't think they're going to be any good, but they're going to make some.
They made additions last year. They got K9, and it didn't matter.
Good boy.
Well, now they got a full season of Quinn Williams. And I'm sorry, Quinn's a man.
Dog.
Quinn's a horse.
He is a man, but you still need a pass rusher. You
still need an edge rusher, and it better not be Trey Hendrickson.
And you still need.
So what's your thoughts on Trey?
What's wrong with Trey?
Because
he's 31 years and a half. Go ahead.
So here's what Max Crosby, 29. Max Crosby, and here was the problem when they traded for Mike when they traded Michael Parsons. That was the one player. There's not many players in the NFL that when that team breaks the huddle, they're like, "Where's that guy?
Where's 11? Yeah.
Where's 11?
Yeah.
Right? With Max Crosby, where's that crazy? Okay, there he is.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
How many guys in the NFL are there like that?
There's only special Miles Garrett, the Neil Hunters of the world.
Okay, yep.
Max Crosby's one of those guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Trey Hendrickson is not that guy. Now,
but he's better than what you got.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you and I.
No. Well, you have to improve the talent.
Okay. What are you giving up for him?
You got James Houston.
You don't have to give up anything for him.
Yeah.
You got to pay him, but he's free agent.
Okay. Here's my beef with Trey, and I'm a Bengals fan.
$26 million is his market value right now.
No. And I like, and he's a good guy, he's a good pro and all that other stuff. But if you go watch those Bengals teams, the good Bengals teams, or go to the season 2 years ago when he led the NFL in sacks, go watch. I watched the Bengals. Right. I was born in Cincy, and I'm like, he got a lot of hustle sacks.
He did.
Now that's not nothing.
Yeah.
Because there's one argument I like talking about this because it was one of the arguments about certain pass rushers and grading pressures and all those. Well, you can't grade pressures. And I'm like, I got in this debate with Mina Kimes. You know Mina Kimes?
Yeah, of course.
Mina Kimes and I were getting in this friendly debate on Twitter about grading the Cowboys' defensive backs.
Okay.
Or pass rush. They've got one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. I'm like, no, they don't. Watch that game. They do not have it. And the problem was, if you look at the way they graded, statistically, they got all these pressures. And I'm like, a pressure doesn't end the play.
Right, it does.
A sack ends the play.
It does.
Now you certainly got to.
You can pressure Lamar Jackson.
But what pressure do? What pressure brings to the table?
You got pass rush win rate. They got all that different.
They got a million numbers. And my beef with Trey Hendrickson. If you got Trey Hendrickson 3 years ago, 100% sign me up.
100%. Yeah, I get that.
And Clarence's point. Okay, you get him now, but $26 million? No,
yeah.
no.
I mean, you give him a 3-year deal, spread that money out. You got enough.
You give him 3 years?
I probably You're
gonna have to.
Yeah, but you can front load the money and change it and manipulate it.
Would they do it?
Really a 2-year deal, right?
Would they give Trey Hendrickson 2 or 3 years?
I mean, I think you probably have to give him 2 years. It may be a dummy 3rd year deal just to make the salary fit.
The problem I have with Trey Hendrickson is I don't see a special edge rusher. I see a guy.
He's not flashy special, but he gets the results outside of last season.
Yeah, he's hurt. Yeah, he's hurt. And the team stunk.
What they say, a nice car look like a phantom till a phantom show up.
That's not right.
He will look like a phantom in the Cowboy defensive end room.
But here's what Christian Parker. He will look nice here, but also with Bradley Chubb. You can also get Jalen Phillips. You can go get other guys to fit this.
Why do we think since the Cowboys signed Brandon Carr?
Used car. Shout out to Brandon Carr.
Great guy. Yeah. Good pro. Reliable.
Yeah.
Always there.
Yeah.
Always there. Was he worth the money? No, but he was always there as a pro. And if you hadn't given him that number, you would say that's a good player.
Yeah, technically it was a good deal, but the way the team looked, it kind of looked crazy.
I mean,
but go ahead.
Worth the money is relative.
Amen, right? It's all about what you can get. It's not about what you're worth. Yeah. So my point about any of these guys, since they signed that guy, they have totally run away from top-tier free agents.
Right. They did.
And Trey's going to be a name.
Right.
Why is this offseason, Clarence, and you know about this more than I do, why is this offseason going to be any different of dipping into that free agent pool where we think they might
because it's 30 damn years, okay? If it's 30 damn years, what's the definition of insanity? It's 30 damn years. The 2 teams in the Super Bowl showed you that you can right a wrong quickly, okay?
Yeah.
You can turn the thing around quickly. Neither one went in the playoffs last year. The Patriots won 3 or 4 games the year before. The Super Bowl. They were the number 1 spending team in free agency. The Seattle was number 4 spending team in free agency. They didn't make the playoffs the year before. They changed their trajectory by adding players. The Cowboys have been a great drafted team, but you have to supplement what you do in the draft with free agency. You got to add talent.
I got a question.
That's why this year, allegedly, Jerry says I'm changing, I'm moving different.
Okay.
I'm looking in the mirror. I'm going to bust the budget.
I got a question.
I'm going to borrow against the future.
You first. This is yes or no. Is Jerry Jones the problem?
Yes, to a degree.
It was yes or no. The SAT doesn't say to a degree. Is Jerry Jones the problem?
All,
you paid me into a quarter,
though. I know, right? You are here to answer questions, not ask questions. You're not running this show.
He paid me into a quarter. Because the reason why I got to say this is because you had the Chan Galeys, the Dave Campos, then you had Bill Parcells, Wade Phillips,
Uncle Wade,
Jason Garrett.
Listen, leave my boy alone.
Uncle Wade, Jason Garrett for 13 years, 13 seasons. That's a long time. And then you go in from there, then you go with Mike McCarthy.
Yep.
Mike McCarthy was 12-5.
But what did we need it most in the postseason?
2.
Yeah, we need defense. We need defense.
I know, I'm thinking of 2 wins.
2 wins. We needed that too.
Think about. Here's the part that bothers me about this. It doesn't bother me. It baffles me. If you look at the AFC, look at the NFL the last 30 years. It's like the law of averages. Eventually, the law of averages is going to work in your favor. The Bengals got to a Super Bowl and a championship game, multiple championship games.
Right.
Look at the Lions now. The Lions are awful. The Jets have been to multiple AFC championship games. This is since Dallas last went to a championship game. And you're going to look at all those good Dallas. Anybody, even if you hate Jerry Jones, you hate the Cowboys, there have been 4 or 5 teams under Mike McCarthy, Jason Garrett, Bill Parcells, Bill Ish, and definitely one under Wade.
Right.
Well, they had teams you're like, that is a Super Bowl team.
Facts.
Maybe they don't win it, but they're a Super Bowl team. The 2007 team. You and I covered that team.
Yeah.
The Jason Garrett 14-15
team. Oh, I got it for you.
07.
2014, 2016, 2018, 2021.
2021 or 22?
2021.
Is it 21? Okay.
Yeah. That's the comeback year for Dak Prescott.
Is that the team that lost to San Francisco at home?
They lost to San Francisco at the crib, you know. Okay, and then 2022 and 2023.
So at certain points during those seasons, they were top 3 team in the NFL.
Facts.
The problem was it was October, it was November, it was the 1st of December. It was never January.
Right.
Wouldn't you think one time in that stretch, they could be the hot team in January and just fall on their face and stumble into a win that gets them to the NFC Championship. One time.
Dez caught it.
Amen.
That's 14.
Dez caught the ball, but you know what the problem was with that scenario? Dez catches the ball. DeMarco Murray runs it in for a touchdown, and the Packers have the ball with Aaron Rodgers for 3+ minutes against a defensive line that couldn't pressure him all game.
And you know what happened that year? Right before we got rid of DeMarcus Ware. We couldn't get a pass rush.
That's right.
Aaron Rodgers literally had one leg.
Who was the best? That's right.
One leg.
Yeah, Jeremy Mincey. Stop it.
Nicest guy in the world.
Nicest guy.
Rolando McClain. Remember how good Rolando McClain was?
Oh, my gosh.
But they couldn't. And you know who else was on that team?
Yeah.
Tank Lawrence. Tank Lawrence had the only sack in that game.
No, it was rookie year. He had one sack all season.
One sack all season. That's
Didn't
crazy.
He have a sack in that game against?
No, he had 7 in Detroit.
Against Detroit.
Not that week. But that was his only sack. So, hey, man, we appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you. This is
fun.
you want anything else?
Listen, we could go all day with Matt.
I know. We go all day.
We could go all day.
We need to have you on the show more often.
When you want to do it. Hey, I do want to thank Clarence. Invited me out here.
Okay. Yeah.
And Dwayne's one of the. Here, I don't want to. Do you give me a second to say
something? Yeah. Go ahead. Right here.
Thank you. So this one I would say about Dwayne Price. He's a great professional. Mm-hmm. He's a better person.
Wow.
When I was young, like top tier professional, and he's above that. As tall as he is.
Wow.
He's above that as a guy, as a man, as a human being. And not only that, the thing that I'll never forget is when I was young, starting out here, and they sent me to the Mavericks, and I'm scared to death. And I'm like, oh, my God, there's Don Nelson. And Dwayne Price doesn't know me from a hole in the wall. I'm just some young, dumb kid. And he treated me like I had been there for 30 years.
Wow.
And Clarence knows this, you know this. When somebody who's established and been around and known, and they treat you with immediate respect, you never forget it.
Right.
And every holiday, Father's Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, I get a text message from Dwayne Price wishing me a happy holiday. So my best to Dwayne, my best to I'll never forget his email, mywesley@earthlink.net. After his son. So congratulations, Dwayne, and thank you very much for inviting me here.
I'm sorry I don't sing your Father's Day.
I know, right?
It feel bad.
Totally makes you feel bad. You're like, oh, God, I should do this. I know, isn't that awful?
Yeah.
I'm like,
yes, it did.
You get in that back, I mean, the Father's Day cruise, I get all those text messages you start reading. I'm like, but no, Dwayne, Dwayne is intentional, and that's what it is.
That's a good
He's
word.
intentional about it. It's in my heart. I love you to death. Mm-hmm. I'm just not intentional about sitting in that car.
I know, I'm down. I speak that language. Because you get that moment, and you're like, and you just kind of, especially the older you get, you're like, oh, man.
Where does
and
it
you're like,
start?
I should send this, and I don't do it. So for all the birthdays, Father's Day, and Christmas, I love you. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, Happy Father's Day, and I'm good for another 5 years.
Let's get it, man.
That's it, right
hey,
there.
man, it's a pleasure
Thanks
meeting you, man.
I really appreciate this.
With the 12th pick, who the Cowboys going to get? The 12th and the 20th.
Can I name a position?
Yeah.
I hate that I'm going to say this. Offensive line.
I'm not taking no damn offensive line. Y'all got to be saying this stuff again. I'm not doing this.
I'm not ready to stand up, baby. Yes, indeed.
You finna leave?
Yeah, here you go, right?
All right.
Hey, my guy, man, what's good, man? Oh, man, you better go, man.
All right.
You better go, okay.
Let's get the Big Smooth out of here.
Big Smooth, okay, 5, 4.
What's up, man? Okay. What's going on, man?
Look at
I told you about messing with me.
Hey, hey, I'm gonna call you.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
All right.
Just one. I just need one.
Yeah. Huh? No.
This one, I don't want to break it. Oh, okay. There you go.
Give me my thing, you.
Yeah.
Listen, we're still at the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame 2026 induction ceremony. Yeah, we focus on football, Law Nation, Cowboys and shit. We focus on football, but we got Big Smooth, Sam Perkins. We can talk basketball, okay?
Okay,
North
come on
Carolina
with it.
finest. He's here at the Texas Black Sports Hall of Fame luncheon. Why is coming here important to you? Why was it coming here important to you?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. But at the same time, it was my first one.
Really?
Because I'm never here.
Right.
Okay.
And so with that said, Dwayne Price is one of my longtime, I guess, associates or friend in a sense. where he was covering the Mavericks when I came so long ago. Like I was a rookie,
right?
And I met him then, and then throughout the years, I always saw him, and he does good work. And every time I read his articles, he's always got it to the precise what we talked about.
Right.
So I came in honor of him and Snake LeGrand, of course,
right.
C.J. Miles.
Wow.
These are the people that I know that got inducted today. So it was worthwhile. It was a good event.
Man, that's dope. And how long you been waiting to just see these type of things? Because everybody been talking so glowingly of the guy, and it's my first time ever hearing, because I'm outside coming in, so it's just crazy of hearing like how much he reach out to people, how much he support people, even Clarence and beyond. That's crazy how good this is.
Well, the thing about Dwayne is that he's a quiet, he's a quiet guy, but he's a funny guy in a sense, but he does good work. Over the years, he have equals like, Randy Galloway and people like that.
Right.
He's up there, but because of that, he is so reserved that he sometimes get overlooked. But today was his day for appreciation for his work ethics and his notoriety for writing and being a great journalist.
Man, that's dope.
Obviously, basketball player. You see the Mavs. What happened after Luka? Were you okay with the Luka trade? And where are the Mavericks now?
Well, I'm on the fence with it because it was. Nico did to the best of his ability.
Right.
And somebody's got to be a fall guy. So I feel for that. But at the same time, Luka was probably our premier player.
Right.
And if they wanted change, they would have to eventually trade him essentially because of the fact that they on a rebuild. And with Anthony Davis, in exchange, I thought that would be worked out. If he stayed injury free, that was a good possibility for us. But at the same time, he could just overcome injury, and so that even looked more worse for Nico and things of that nature. So. Overall, L.A. looks like Dallas now,
right?
And Dallas now has a chance to explore options and get some picks in there, get some affordable people in there that can make a difference.
What teams do you follow? Are you a Maverick fan? Are you a fan of any NBA team?
Well, working for them, I guess I'm all for them all, but I do follow guys like Clay.
Right.
When he was with Golden State. I do follow Stephen Curry. Wembanyama now. I saw him last night. And, Durant. These guys, I see them all the time. So I'm a fan of the NBA, of course.
Right.
But there's no one particular I do follow.
I don't know if people give you flowers because, everybody talk about the stretch four. You were shooting a three back then.
Come on with
Well, coaches blame me for what they were doing years ago, but that was out of strategy.
Right.
There was no analytics then.
Right.
But at the same time, you got guys shooting it and for a good cause. They making them. They got better, and you see them shooting the lights out of it. It wouldn't be a commodity if I was playing now. I would be just with the group.
Wow.
It wouldn't be something like for strategy or for...
How much more money would you be making, though, shooting them threes now?
I guess I wouldn't be here.
You wouldn't even be here.
Seriously, you're 6'9", and that was, Magic didn't come in the league shooting threes, and you were shooting threes early on.
Yeah, I had to work on it because when I was with the Mavericks, I didn't shoot them as much. But when I got later into my career, like L.A., Coach Dunleavy was like, yo, you need to shoot these. I shot him with Byron Scott, my teammate at the time, Lakers. And I was shooting against him, and that's how I got into that three-point thing. And next thing you know, it was a commodity thing with Seattle, and it just took off like that.
It took off from there.
Yeah.
I know that the NBA culture have switched. It's now ring culture, especially as it relates to like where we can identify players' legacy and beyond. What's your thoughts on that? Because that's what everybody's saying now. Like, hey, if you don't have the ring, you ain't really part of the thing.
I don't know where that comes from, but they make a big deal about it. I mean, you got guys who have rings, that don't have 6. If you don't have 6 or you don't have 3,
right,
or you don't, if you make it to 2, you don't qualify. But
right.
You know, I mean, they kid Charles Barkley all the time.
They beat him down.
And Charles was one of the greatest players that I've played
Greatest
against.
player.
One of them, yeah.
And so with all that said, I mean, the ring is a ring, of course. You know, they discount the one in the bubble.
The bubble, yeah.
They don't count that one, which is ridiculous to me. Ridiculous. But at the same time, guys, you know, if that's what they identify with, then so be it.
Mm-hmm. Most certainly. Who's the GOAT now? GOAT talk.
Well, the GOAT, man, there's several GOATs, but
I've heard he from North Carolina. Don't
North
do that.
Carolina.
Don't do that.
I just gotta
put it Don't do that.
Because I know somebody gonna say LeBron James the GOAT. I'm trying to say LeBron James.
Don't do that. Maybe from North Carolina, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man.
Kobe.
I don't know.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
I might say Jeffrey Jordan, but I won't say LeBron.
So no. LeBron, you hear this, don't you?
No, listen, don't do that, man.
I ain't gonna do you like that.
Come on, man, don't do that. I have a rule. If you're of a certain age,
I am for. I like LeBron. I like all of them.
Right. Yeah.
I got to go with my first one. Is Kareem.
Kareem.
There you go. Yeah. Where you from?
I'm from New York.
I hear it in your voice. I'm saying, and you ain't lost it. You have not lost that accent. All these years, you have not lost that accent. Well, it just comes out.
Yeah.
It comes out because I'm not here all the time.
Okay.
I'm not in Texas all the time. So if I listen to you and I listen to you,
right.
I hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, you can hear it.
But I can't hear myself.
Right.
So I know. So when someone tells me you're not from here, I'm like, right. You know.
right. You can hear it.
But I'm still from New York. I still go back and forth.
That is all right, man. We appreciate, man, you stopping in. We appreciate, I'm a great friend of Dwayne, and I appreciate you coming and supporting Dwayne. We all love Dwayne.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, Dwayne, congratulations, Dwayne. And all the other inductees, it was a great moment for you today.
Before you run, what things that are you doing now? Any foundations, any projects that you got going on before you go?
So I don't have any foundations because it's one, as you play, while you play, it's one of the hardest things to do while you play.
While you're playing.
Because you have to have employees, you have to trust them, you have to make sure they're doing everything.
And not pocketing the money.
So many other things that go on. But I work with the NBA and player development and consultant. So I travel for them and see abroad a great deal of community service and stuff like that.
Most certainly, man. That's a noble thing.
You're from New York. You've been in Dallas a long time. You're a Cowboy fan or Giants fan?
Well, since I'm sitting here, I better say Cowboys.
Come on.
I'm not a Giants fan at all.
Okay, that's
not
good.
At all.
Jets, not the Jets nor the Giants.
Nah, right? There was a friend of mine who's a Jets fan. I tried to buy a jersey for the Jets.
Yeah.
And I took it right off because they kept losing. So I showed her that I bought something for in her honor, but I could never wear it.
Could never wear it, man.
Well, we're gonna take him as a Cowboy fan.
We're gonna take him as a Cowboy fan. Go Cowboys!
Go Cowboys and all that stuff.
Most certainly. Appreciate you for jumping in, man. Thank you.
All right.
Hey.
Newly elected family court judge.
Family court.
Hannah Nicole Johnson.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that.
Well, I was just elected, and shout out to Dallas County
for
the support. I was just elected on Tuesday night, the Democratic primary, as everyone knows. We had a very big turnout this year.
Yes.
This election was a huge year for election. This was the year of the Talarico, Crockett, all of the top races. And I am so blessed and grateful that I was one of the judicial candidates for Dallas County's family court, the 256th Family District Court. And I literally just posted the final numbers this morning.
Really?
And it is done. It is over. And I want to give a shout out to all of my supporters, all of the voters, all of the families who've placed that trust in me.
Yes.
And I will start my job I'll take my seat and start serving January 1st, 2020.
How long have you been in Dallas, and how long have you aspired to be a judge?
Well, I've been in Dallas a combined 20 years. Okay. And so what's really cool about my story is that I started off in Dallas back before 9/11. So in 2001, I don't want to give too much of my age away, that's the year I finished or graduated from college. I moved to Dallas.
What year?
2001.
What happened in '99? What? You from Louisiana, right?
She's still young.
No. I'm talking about that song.
In '99 to 2000. Yeah,
that was on Prime.
I was one of those people. I was definitely in the parties.
Yeah, in the party scenes, indeed. We tried to replicate what we did in the '90s when we drafted you.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same. I'm not beating them up, Mozzie Smith. But how do you look at the interior play now on the Cowboys? You got Quentin Williams, you got Kenny Clark, you got to a degree Osa Odighizuwa. Are you following along the Cowboys to that degree?
You know, I'm not following as much, I have to say. But when I do watch, I will watch a game.
Right.
And when I will critique the defensive linemen.
Come on, yeah.
But the thing is, you have to be able to stop the run.
That's first
and foremost. And that's what we did well. You know, Coach Butch Davis was my coach at not only the University of Miami, but here at the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
Taught great technique. And unfortunately, you don't see that enough.
Right.
Consistently. You have to be a consistent technician out there if you want to be able to stop the run. And that's the main thing. And then you get your thirds and longs, and you got like your Charles Haley or your Tony Tobers coming around that end and making things happen. So you can get off on third down, 3 and out, and then put your Troy Aikmans and your Emmitt Smiths back on the field.
On the field. Can you help us out right here for the people that's kind of like new to football and all of this stuff? Because his new coach, talking about multiple fronts, and he's talking about changing that up. As an interior guy, 3-4, 4-3, whatever it is, how do you look at it from that aspect? Can you play 3? Can you play 1? Can you play the nose? However it goes.
You know, the thing.
It rhymes.
The thing with me, I'm a 4-3 guy.
Okay.
And, you know, outside arm feet, playing one gap, getting up the field, getting off the ball.
Yeah.
That's what I love. That was successful for us. Okay. And that's what I love to do. Now, to play multiple fronts, I mean, you're putting a lot on guys.
Yeah.
I mean, but they're professionals. You know, hopefully they can be able to do it. But if you could be great at one front.
Okay.
And get after it, then and you know that's
right.
Personally, to me, the best thing.
Okay.
Tell them run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell them run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it all. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell them run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number 1 up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this, tell them run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch, tell them run it all. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this, tell them run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch, tell them run it all. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down, man. No drip, this